Most of the top players in the NBA, for that matter, were stars in college, and many of them were first-round picks in the draft, but not John Starks. His basketball resume is hardly a thing of beauty, but Starks has persevered, and he sits now on the verge of NBA stardom. Peter Vesey has the rest of the story.
Everybody who likes your game says they like it because you're crazy. Everybody who dislikes your game say they dislike it because you're crazy.
Well, yeah, I'm in a no-win situation, I guess, you know.
Or a can't-lose situation.
Yeah, a can't-lose situation, that's true. You know, I try not to concern myself whether or not that people like my game or not. You know, I just try to go out there and just play.
But the inability to concentrate has plagued John Starks throughout his career. Erratic behavior, questionable shot selection, and a propensity for the absurd have been his trademarks. Perhaps the defining moment came in the first round when he lit a fire under the Pacers by headbutting Reggie Miller.
I was in the wrong, no question I was in the wrong. It cost us the game. You know, that's when I really felt that the importance of me out there on the court. What's the difference gonna make in winning or losing? And that, you know, situation, even though it shouldn't have happened, you know, but it helped me learn from it. And I think it made me a much better player.
John Starks learned the game of basketball in talent-rich Tulsa. He left his high school team 3 games into his senior year. It was back to the playgrounds. Then 1 semester at Rogers State, 1 semester at Northern Oklahoma. But there were no scholarships. Starks left and took a job bagging groceries.
I always work hard, and whatever I did, I tried to take pride in doing it. And I was the best you know, baggage, you know, person there. So.
Any flagrant fouls?
No. No.
Starks returned to school a year later and excelled at Oklahoma Junior College. The following season, he got his chance at Division I and averaged over 15 points for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
He doesn't appear to be fazed by an obstacle because he's had to overcome so many that he sees each situation as a challenge, and it's something that he's going to work very hard to overcome.
Starks saw little playing time with Golden State and was released. Undaunted, his next stop was Cedar Rapids of the CBA, then Memphis of the World Basketball League, always trying to silence his critics.
I just think John has more upside even than he's shown this year because he's so committed to being a great player. And I love guys, Pete, who have something to prove. This guy knows what his background is, knows where he came from, and like so many of our players, he's got something to prove.
Virtually overnight, he has become a team leader. But there is still the dark side of Starks only he can subdue.
I've always been a very emotional person as well as a player. So it's all about controlling that side of me. Sometimes I let it get away, take the best of me and let it get out of hand. But the majority of the time, I think I'm doing a better job, especially this year, in controlling it.
Does your wife talk to you about it?
All the time.
Riley talk to you about it?
All the time.
Checkets?
You know, all the time.
The commissioner?
Everybody.
That was like Jordan on Jordan. Was it any special thrill dunking on him?
Well, I wouldn't say it was on Michael. I think it was just a play that needed to be made at the time, and I just went for it.
John, explain to me how a guy who's not made it so many times as you have, who's faced so much adversity, would have no fear of failure. Is it the fact that you feel you've got nothing to lose?
In a sense, I do. I guess it's just coming from my upbringing and knowing that you have to work for everything and not, you know, concern yourself about failure. You know, knowing that I've been as low as I can go on the totem pole, and all I can go is up. And that's how I feel. when I'm out there on the court or whenever I do anything in life. You know, I just feel that I can just go as far as I want to go.
Additional thoughts on Starks?
I'll tell you, Bob, I've never in all my time of covering basketball underestimated somebody for as long and as much as this kid, and I think until recently. Because I think the thing with him is I've always wondered what would go first, his mind or his jump shot. I mean, he could go either way. He could either take you in the right direction or he could lead you astray. And the Knicks and Patrick Ewing need this guy to be their leader from outside.
Now, Bill, I caught you a few times this year on cable doing CBA games. The Knicks not only have Starks, they got Anthony Mason, an important contributor, also out of the CBA. Is this luck or is there some technique in finding these diamonds in the rough?
There's lots of guys like Mason and Starks out there. I think the key is Riley and the job he's done in teaching them responsibility, discipline, how hard to work, and most importantly, maturity. This has all come together for these guys right now. Starks in a fabulous position. It's all on his shoulders. Today, we find out just how good Starks, Mason, and the rest of the Knicks are.
But what I like about this is a chance for the country to see a young man grow up. And he's becoming a star. I mean, very seldom do you get to see something like that. And I'm very excited for the fact that he has grown as a man as well as a basketball player.
As we get out of here.